HOA demolished my barn, so I shut their resort lake valve and left them high and dry. The sun hung low over the rolling fields of Eldridge County, painting the sky in hues of amber and regret. My barn, 3 generations of sweat and oak, stood half-ruined, its northern wall a pile of splintered wood. The Homeowners Association, HOA, from the glitzy Karen Flower Resort across the lake had done this. They called it encroachment, claimed my barn violated their precious view. I called it my life's work, now rubble. My name's Amos, and this is how I broke their world in return. It started with Karen flowers, those delicate purple blooms the resort named itself after. They grew wild on my land, a gift from my grandmother's hands decades ago. Tourists flocked to the resort for selfies with those flowers, their petals carpeting the hills like a lavender sea. The HOA, led by Margaret Voss, a woman with a smile sharp as a switchblade, decided my barn blocked their postcard-perfect vista. They sent letters, then lawyers, then bulldozers. No warning, no handshake, just destruction. I stood there that morning, staring at the wreckage, my hands trembling. My neighbor, Clara, a wiry woman with a heart as big as her cornfields, tried to calm me. Amos, they're city folks. They don't know what this means to us. But I wasn't listening. My eyes were on the lake, their lake, the one they dammed up to create their resort paradise. My family's old valve, buried under years of sediment, controlled its flow. They'd forgotten that. I hadn't. That night, I grabbed my shovel and waded into the muddy shallows. The valve was rusted, stubborn, but it turned. Water drained like blood from a wound, slow at first, then a torrent. By dawn, their pristine lake was a muddy basin, their docks stranded, their guests fleeing. I didn't smile. I didn't cry. I just watched. Margaret Voss showed up at my doorstep by noon, her face a mask of fury. You've ruined us, Amos. That lake was our livelihood. Behind her stood her lackeys, resort managers, lawyers, even a security guard who looked more scared than tough. I leaned against my porch, my dog Rusty growling softly at my side. You took my barn, I said. Fair's fair. Her eyes narrowed, but I saw something else, fear. She hadn't expected me to fight back. The town split like dry wood. Half called me a hero, the other half a villain. Clara organized a meeting at the community hall, hoping to broker peace. I didn't want peace. I wanted justice. But I went, if only to see Margaret squirm. The hall was packed, farmers in flannel, resort staff in pressed shirts, and locals caught in the crossfire. Margaret took the stage, her voice trembling with rehearsed sincerity. Amos has destroyed our community's future. Tourism is our lifeblood. Murmurs rippled through the crowd. I stood, my boots heavy on the wooden floor. You tore down my barn without asking. You don't get to play victim now. Then came the twist I didn't see coming. A boy, no older than 16, pushed through the crowd. His name was Eli, Margaret's nephew, a quiet kid who'd worked odd jobs at the resort. He held a crumpled notebook, his hands shaking. I saw it, he said, voice cracking. Aunt Margaret ordered the barn demolished to plant more Karen flowers. She said it'd double the resort's profits. The room went silent. Margaret's face drained of color. Eli wasn't done. She knew it was wrong. She laughed about it. He tossed the notebook on the table, pages of her plans, her greed laid bare. The crowd erupted. Farmers shouted, resort staff whispered, and Margaret fled the hall, her empire crumbling. I should have felt vindicated, but Eli's eyes haunted me. He'd betrayed his own blood for the truth, and it cost him everything. I saw him later, sitting alone by the dry lake bed, staring at the mud. You did right, kid, I said. He didn't look up. Did I? He whispered. Days passed and the resort shut down. Guests stopped coming. The Karen flowers wilted under the summer heat. My barn was still gone, and the valve stayed closed. Clara tried to rebuild bridges, inviting me to plant new flowers to heal the land. Couldn't. The lake bed was a scar, just like my barn's ruins. I'd won, but at what cost? The town was fractured. Neighbors who'd shared harvests now avoided each other's eyes. Eli left for the city, his notebook the last spark of his innocence. I walk my fields now, the silence heavier than the sun. Margaret's gone, her resort a ghost town, but my victory tastes like ash. The Karen flowers, once a symbol of beauty, are now a reminder of rage, hers and mine. I think of Eli, of his courage, and wonder if I'd have done the same. Maybe I'm no better than her, trading one destruction for another. This isn't a story of heroes or villains. It's about what happens when pride and pain collide, when roots run deeper than reason. I shut the valve and I do it again, but I'll carry the weight of that dry lake forever. My barn's gone, their lake's gone, and the flowers are gone. All that's left is us, picking up the pieces. What do you think, who was right, who was wrong? Or is justice just a word we throw around when the world breaks?